Do you know what happens when you don't make the right choice about your pre-university programs after SPM? Emotional damage. Now, students are always rushing to choose a course or going along with whatever that their parents or friends decide. But do you know what pre-university course would actually suit you? Well then, you'd have to stay tuned to find out. Hi everyone, I'm Shay from After School, and today I'll be sharing with you guys on how to choose a pre-university course. So if you've just finished your SPM and you're hanging confused on how exactly to take the next step, then keep watching. Firstly, you have to understand that pre-university is a mandatory course for you to complete after your SPM before jumping into your degree life. It is important for you to choose the right course so that you know that you're on the right path towards where you want to be. So jumping right in, one of the most important things that you need to make sure before choosing a pre-university program is to ask yourself if you want to study locally or abroad. This is important because if you know for sure that you want to do a degree in a Malaysian public university, you could just go for courses like STPM, matriculation, or even an Asati program. I personally took STPM because I saw myself in a public university in Malaysia doing my degree. But bear in mind that the competition to get into a public university, that is, for a choice of your course, is very high. Now, if you do see yourself going abroad, then it would be best to go for choices such as A-levels, OSMAT, IB, or even Canadian Pre-U, as there are a number of Pre-U options when it comes to studying abroad from here. Now try looking at it as if there's a specific country that you want to study in, then go from there. For example, if you're looking to study in Canada, let's say, then go for a Canadian pre-university program. However, if you're looking to study in Australia, you may go for OSMAT or South Australian matriculation programs. Now, these pre-university programs are specifically curated according to the origin country syllabus. So by taking pre-university programs like these, you would kind of have more time to understand the specific country's syllabus before jumping into your degree. And all these programs typically take around 15 to 18 months to complete. Another thing that you should look into if you're going into a private university in Malaysia is if you know which university specifically that you want to get into. If yes, then a foundation program would be a very good option for you, as foundation programs are tailored specifically for the particular university degree courses. Meaning, if you choose to do a foundation program in University A, let's say, then that program would be tailored for a degree program also in University A. Now this makes it easier for you to adapt to the university's teaching methods and environments earlier. However, the downfall to this is that other universities may or may not recognize external foundations, so jumping into another university would be difficult for you. So be sure to know exactly which university you would like to pursue your entire tertiary education in before choosing to do a foundation course there in the first place. Another question to ask yourself is, are you someone who prefers coursework or exams? Now, you know yourself better than anyone, so think it through. If you're an exam-oriented person, A-levels would be something you might want to look into. A-levels is 100% exam-based. This means no coursework. Usually, A-levels are also chosen by people who plan to get into competitive fields like medicine or engineering, as A-levels is used as a benchmark course and is known as a well-established pre-university program. And of course, if you're someone who is not exam-oriented and would prefer coursework to have a bigger contribution towards your overall grade, you could dive into options like Canadian Pre-U, IB, South Australian matriculation, or even ADTP. Now, all these courses are 70% on coursework and 30% on exams. Speaking of ADTP, you should also know that ADTP is considered a direct entry to degree after your SPM, and it takes around 4 years to finish. ADTP also allows credit transfers to US universities, in which you could do your first year in Malaysia, then transfer to a US university, or you could do 2 years in Malaysia and then transfer to the US. It totally depends on what you would want to do. Some universities also offer 4+0 options, meaning you could do 4 years in Malaysia and none in the US, but still receive the US certificate. Last but not least, think about the duration and budget that you want to spend doing your pre-university program. Now, if you want to finish your education fast and not spend too much time on a pre-U program, go for ones that are most likely to finish in a year or so, like foundation or government matriculation. Now, pre-universities like A-levels, STPM, OSMAT, or Canadian pre-university programs would take a little longer than 12 months. But also keep in mind that if you're rushing to finish everything in a year, it means that you would be squeezing your entire syllabus within those 12 months. and that will be a fast-paced environment for you. So be sure to understand your own capabilities. Again, nobody knows yourself better than you, so think it through. It's understandable that everything feels overwhelming right now, and all this information maybe have been too much to take in all at once. So don't worry, this feeling is completely normal. On the other hand, if you're dead set on what and where you'd like to pursue your pre-university program, then head on over to afterschool.my and we'll guide you every step of the way.